Let's go.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Metacast Movie Show. That is the podcast that explores itself, explores ourselves, and explores the self in general. My name is Ty. I am one of your co-hosts.
I'm your other very opinionated co-host, Distance.
And tonight is a different and special episode of the Metacast Movie Show. So over the past year, over the past 52 weeks, we have discussed one movie per week, which, if my math works out correctly, is 52 movies. I haven't checked it on a calculator, but I'm thinking that that's the way that this goes. So what we have here is a single elimination tournament where movies are pitted against each other. We have a bracket of these 52 movies, and they're going to fight it out, and eventually we will narrow it down to one movie that won the year. So anyone in chat, you are more than welcome to give us your input, help out. And yeah, let's go ahead and start with the drawings right now. So we have here Albert. Let me write your name down. Just to let you know, you are right there, and you are now in. Everyone's going to go into my awesome World of Warcraft Gauntlet. Or I guess it's actually a tankard. I think that's the way to do this.
Is that what that's called?
I think so.
Big Dog's here. Hey, hasn't little Gandalf been here before?
Not for a long time, but yeah. See, this is all I needed to do was offer money, and people would show up. Apparently that's what it is. Yeah. So yeah.
The content is garbage, but the gift cards are great.
The Big Dog, you are also entered in. Let's see who else is here. Albert, we already got Lil Gandalf. Oh yeah, and I will get you as well. So basically, just as long as you are here at the end, whatever I draw, after we complete and we find a winner, I will draw one name out, and that's who wins.
So we got I still
don't know how to pronounce that. Lemaxi?
Lemaxi.
Either way, I know how to write it.
Lemaxi.
I know how to write it. I've got you in there. Oh, and Hisoba. Got you as well.
I don't know how to read, but I can copy letters from a screen.
I don't know how to pronounce it. I just know the sound it makes when it kills a man.
And that movie will show up on the bracket tonight.
It definitely. Oh shit, Big Dog! Thank you for the cheer. Oh my god, thank you for the 1,000 bits.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Wow.
So let's get started with. I'm really excited to get into like the first fight here.
Can we just for fun? Can we just try to drop as many references to the movies as possible tonight that we know that are on the bracket? I think that will be fun.
Oh, of course, yeah. I'm always in movie reference mode. Let me zoom in even more here. Let's get down to 200%. There we go.
You win the game. What? No, Big Dog. You gotta stay till the end.
Well, yeah. This is
Mom. It's in the comment section below. It's below.
That's good. Close enough. All right. So first one. Okay, round one. This might be an easy knockout, at least in my opinion. Starship Troopers versus Dark Crimes. I thought Dark Crimes was horrible.
Well, like they're both bad movies, but one is entertaining and one's not.
One knows it's bad, and it's so bad that it's good. One doesn't take itself seriously, and that is the hallmark of a good bad movie.
Right. Yeah. The other one takes itself way too seriously, which I told you. I know I work with a guy his first language is Polish, and I've been begging him to watch Dark Crimes to tell me how awful the Polish accent is, and he hasn't done it yet. So hey, Michael, if you're watching, buddy, please watch it. Okay, yeah, I agree with what Big Dog. Did you seriously pick Dark Crimes?
Hold on.
Serious
There's
right
no
now?
way you've actually seen Dark Crimes and you're picking it.
Can you take his name out of the drawing?
What?
Okay. Yeah. What? Yes, Jim Carrey was great before he did that movie.
Oh shit! Thank you for the follow, Asimano. You are now entered in the drawing. Let me put your name in. ASEMANO.
Okay. So here's the thing. Like when we did that episode, if you go back and watch it, I actually said yes for should you watch because I like the themes. of Dark Crimes, and I still kind of do. And I thought that the guy who plays that author, if any of you guys have watched the show Into the Badlands, he plays Quinn, and he's an
He's
awesome villain on Into the Badlands. But I think that what happened was my enjoyment of him in that show skewed my sort of opinion.
I could see that.
And I made it more about him.
The main question is, like, if you were to just, you know, to one random person, don't think of like a friend in general, just one random person, and you were going to recommend them to watch either Starship Troopers or Dark Crimes, I could never subject someone to Dark Crimes unless I
couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I say Starship Troopers, you say Starship Troopers.
Same with Albred.
Starship Troopers.
We've only had one vote. Yeah, Dark Crimes just 100%.
Okay, wait, Big Dog. The only reason you watched it is because I said do, because I'm sorry. Or you only watched it because the guy that plays Quinn and Into the Badlands is in it. Well, either way, I think Starship Troopers won. We got that.
Oh shit! Fight Plug 2. You are also entered. Is that Flight? Flight Plug 2.
Flight Plug 2. I feel like that's a reference I don't understand.
Does anyone have? Oh shit, Snow, you're here too. Yes.
Snow just made a Starship Troopers reference.
Flight Plug, you are now entered in the giveaway. Once we finish the tournament for the night and we pick the winner, we will draw the name from the hat, and as long as you're here to redeem it, you will win the gift card. Just stick around, give any input if you have. If anyone else has a reason why Dark Crimes should beat Starship Troopers, speak now or forever hold your peace. But I think this one's a clear winner. I think Starship Troopers moves on to round 2. Oh yeah, and Snow, sorry. Snow, I forgot to get you. You are in as well, sir. Snow was an X87, I believe, right? Yeah, I think we are. Yeah, Rico's Roughnecks is enough of a reason that Starship Troopers just wins. There's too much good shit in Starship Troopers.
Did you see that sequel? I think I even mentioned it in the Starship Troopers episode. There's one of the sequels. I don't know if it's the second or the third one, but Casper Van Dien was in it playing Rico. And there's a scene where they're like lined up like in their ranks, like getting ready for a mission. And like one of the troopers, she's like kind of muttering something, and he's like, "Do you have something to say, trooper?" And she's like, nothing, sir. It's just a good day to die." And he's like, "Outstanding."
I love all the what, you want to live forever? There's so many stupid oh my god, Usher baby too. Welcome to the podcast.
Well, the guy says the mobile infantry made me what I am today, and he moves over, and 3 of his limbs are missing. Yeah, that's a clear winner. CG, even the computer graphics in Starship Troopers is still pretty cool now. It's not amazing, but it's pretty cool. So we got what, Mortal Kombat and Into the Wild next?
Mortal Kombat versus Into the Wild. Yeah, that's
this shouldn't.
They're
be
both
hard,
good for 2 totally different reasons.
Usher Baby 12, thank you for the follow.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Also, what do you like better, Mortal Kombat or Into the Wild?
Yeah.
Did you see the new Mortal Kombat?
This is liked it. This is the 2021 Mortal Kombat, by the way, not 1993.
Yeah, we would. Yeah, this shouldn't be difficult, but it is, because like Into the Wild was like mercilessly depressing.
It was, but it's still good. Penalush, thank you for the follow. And let's see. So, I mean, so far I think there's probably about 10, I would say. There is, you can see in there's that many. The cup's nowhere near full, but yeah, there's a couple.
Yeah, so Penna, look, I'm sorry, we're just gonna butcher everybody's Twitch names all night. Sorry.
That's what we're gonna.
But and directors and actors, we butcher their names too. Yeah, so we're just doing, we do like a movie podcast. This is year 2. We're now a movie podcast. We didn't used to be. We're doing a bracket tournament for all the movies that we've reviewed this year to figure out which one wins, and then that is the one that you just have to see.
Yes. The main question is, what should you watch? So if you were going to recommend to any random friend between Mortal Kombat and Into the Wild, that is tough.
But I feel like as our identity as a podcast, Into the Wild works better, and I almost like as people, but it's like, what better understanding are you going to have of humanity after watching Mortal Kombat?
Exactly.
That I am Scorpion now sounds really cool in Japanese. It does, but it's like I don't. I'm Sub-Zero sounds awful in English. I mean that's about it. It's like so even though Into the Wild is super depressing, spoilers.
Pizza. I got you.
Like if it were Mortal Kombat and Starship Troopers, that would be really hard. But I still think Starship Troopers would win. But I don't know, man. I gotta go Into the Wild. What do you guys think?
Yeah, is there anyone that has a good answer, or excuse me, a good reason why Mortal Kombat should beat Into the Wild? I think Into the Wild in a fight takes Mortal Kombat 100% of the times. Oh shit! Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the gifted sub. Excuse me. Who did I miss? Did I miss anyone right there? Popular Beans. I don't think I got you.
I agree with Pursuit of Happiness. Also, I'm glad that you spelled it correctly by spelling it wrong, which is the name of the film. That means you're a real fan.
You're in. Well, okay, Snow. All right. That's an legitimate argument. Is that at least Mortal Kombat wasn't depressing, but that's not enough for me. If I'm recommending a movie that someone should watch, I think someone's gonna get more out of Into the Wild. Charlie Wilson, got you. Yeah, Beater, you are gonna be entered. Now, keep in mind, guys, you do have to be here. Fallon, I already got you. I wrote yours down. Yeah, this has to be Into the Wild. This has to be. We're
basically Flight Plug. We're basically just like taking movies that we've done this year and just pitting them against each other in a bracket style tournament, just to figure out which one's the best. I have a feeling that what's going to happen is we'll get to one movie that's just going to keep like winning, and then that'll pretty much be that. But we'll see. See Into the Wild. The only person that cared enough about Mortal Kombat was Snow, and while that argument is certainly true, it's not a reason to watch the movie.
Yeah, 100%. It's God, the next one's tough for me. Interstellar versus Silver Linings Playbook. I really like both of these movies a lot. For two totally different reasons. They're both touching. They're both, dramas that will tug on the heartstrings a little bit.
I feel like there's a reason why I didn't like Silver Linings Playbook.
I think you gave it a yes.
Yeah, there was one, and if I didn't have the complaint, then I should have it now. Because if I recall, that one of the big gripes I had about the film, I didn't like that Jennifer Lawrence was almost like a manic pixie girl. That kind of bothered me about them. Not quite. She didn't fit the archetype perfectly, but that was the one little thing that I didn't like about it. But Interstellar, that was really early on this year, and
yeah, that was one of the first we did.
That's one I never even bothered to see, and
yeah, my vote has to go for Interstellar. Even though Silver Linings Playbook was like a movie that I brought specifically because I love it, that's a movie that was like a big coming of age movie for me that I really enjoyed, like a lot of what that movie had to teach me. But still, just as a film, Interstellar I think is phenomenal.
Is there a way that we can zoom in on that? I think we might have a couple folks watching on phones.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I can zoom in further.
Yeah, Lil Gandalf was asking we could zoom in a bit. I mean, I don't know how far up we can go, but
I mean, we can go deep. This is, Excel lets me go to 400%. This is as big as I can make it right here.
How's that?
Hacky Law 157. I've got you.
Okay. Well, does Silver Linings Playbook take a crap on that movie because Bradley Cooper's wicked hot? Snow? Is that the only reason why?
I think that's why Snow likes it. Yeah, it was definitely Bradley
Cooper's football jersey stole the show.
I mean,
okay. So he says Silver Linings Playbook. I'm gonna go with Interstellar on this one too.
I have to too. Yeah, I think, just as far as, I mean, the question being, should you watch to a random person? Sure, there's a lot of people out there that are going to get something from Silver Linings Playbook, but I think Interstellar is just a more
Albert
powerful
actually
film.
Albert, if you have a microphone, please drop it. That moment where he watches the year's worth of messages from his kids after he got stuck on the time warp planet. Nothing like that in movies before. And you know what, dude? I am getting a little misty just thinking about it. Interstellar, it was a good sci-fi film, time travel film that didn't make me sick. Unlike Tenet, not that Tenet's a bad movie. And that there's a real emotion there. It's got to be Interstellar, dude. Yeah. So okay. So we got Tropic Thunder and
Tropic
Her.
Thunder versus Her.
First of all, how many of our friends in the chat have actually seen Tropic Thunder? Because it is deeply offensive.
But it's hilarious. See, these are ones where it's tough. Like, the movies are good for two completely different reasons. You know, it's like deciding between two movies in the same genre is a little easier than trying to decide between two movies that are so different like this. Yeah, Albert, like, they're both good, but they're good for completely different reasons. But I mean,
also,
go ahead.
Matthew McConaughey is not hotter than Bradley Cooper. I'm sorry. Well, actually, you know what? Why not both?
All right.
Sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt. I just feel like that needed to get settled immediately. Well, okay. I don't know who's actually seen Her.
Okay,
The
so
movie.
As far as just like we talked about, I guess, with Mortal Kombat versus Into the Wild, I enjoy Tropic Thunder more as a movie, but I would feel like anyone is going to get something better out of Her, 100%.
I don't know, man. I mean, like,
You don't think so?
I got like it's hilarious because I don't think I realized till we did the episode that was Scarlett Johansson. That was the voice of the AI operating system, whatever she was called.
Yeah, I know her voice way too well.
Yeah, I like Her. To me, like, it was an interesting idea, and I think Joaquin Phoenix really killed it. I think he did a really good job. I think I don't know that I've seen a lot. I don't know that I've seen any work he's done that I disliked.
Yeah,
but Tropic Thunder to me was this wildly, like, radical, ridiculous movie. And also, I will continue to say this. Tropic Thunder is the best role Tom Cruise has ever done.
I agree with that.
That is my favorite Tom Cruise. Okay, you know what? I'm sorry, dude. I got to go Tropic Thunder on this one.
Ooh.
We need a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
We need a tiebreaker.
Damn. Okay,
Please.
so Albert's going Tropic Thunder as well. Tropic Thunder. Yeah, it sounds like Hackha 157 is saying Tropic Thunder was funny. I don't know if you've seen Her, but yeah, does anyone have a solid argument for Her, or is Tropic Thunder going to knock Her out in round one? Well, the big dog says Her, but do you have a reason?
Hey, we just had somebody quote Tropic Thunder. Honestly, all you had to do was have somebody say, "I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude," and that's pretty much it. Snow is, I think, posed the best argument.
That's
But, like,
yeah. I even concede my vote now. I'm no longer voting Her. I forgot about that line. Tropic Thunder wins hands down.
Dude, Turbotastic. Tropic Thunder is a deeply offensive movie.
Yeah.
That's also hilarious if you choose not to take it too seriously. Which
if you haven't
think
seen it.
You like the name? That's good enough.
That I think some people may be confused that we're selecting the winner from the bracket. Tropic Thunder is not a Twitch viewer. Tropic Thunder is one of the movies that we are. Yeah. So basically, the whole point of the giveaway here is if you help us decide what movie wins this year, you are entered into the giveaway. You've already been entered. I've got your name in here to draw. You're one of these pieces of paper in there.
Yeah, it's yep.
Tropic Thunder wins, hands down.
It's Tropic Thunder on this, which feels weird to me, but it's cool.
This one's kind of tough. My Neighbor Totoro
2
versus Nightmare Before Christmas.
We got any anime fans here? We got any weebs?
Oh,
that's actually the Nightmare Before Christmas might be. Well, you know what? That's kind of timeless. I was gonna say it might be before a couple viewers' time, but I think that's the other thing. Like, so yeah, like if you between My Neighbor Totoro, if you like anime, I mean, like, it's one of Miyazaki's probably one of the most well-known movies next to Spirited Away and
100%
Princess Mononoke. But Nightmare Before Christmas is like so excellent. The music is awesome. My favorite anime show. I'm kind of basic when it comes to anime, Turbo. It's like probably like One Punch Man. I love the old school Gundam Wing. What about you, Ty? Do you have a favorite anime? If you say Dragon Ball Z, I swear.
Because The Simpsons. The Simpsons is my favorite anime, actually. No.
Okay, if you're gonna be that guy.
I'm going by the actual Japanese definition. Yeah, it just means animated. Yeah. No, you know what? Honestly, like, I really liked. It should also be on the list somewhere else. I really liked Akira, or Akira, as we would say in English. But I was a big fan of that.
It's a great film.
Oh, Kodiak. I got you.
So Snow is saying that Princess Mononoke is the best Studio Ghibli. You know, I haven't started Hunter x Hunter, but I haven't because I'm intimidated because there's like 9,000 episodes. My girlfriend loves Hunter x Hunter. Dude, I feel like Nightmare Before Christmas is a cool movie. The art is different. The music is cool. But My Neighbor Totoro, to me, I have loved Nightmare Before Christmas since it came out in '93. I was a little ass kid and I love that movie. But My Neighbor Totoro, it's a movie that I discovered as an adult and I felt like a kid watching it.
Yeah, and, that's a good way to put it.
There's just something about that movie that also, like, honestly, this isn't ridiculous, but the more I watch Tim Burton films, the more hacky he kind of seems to me.
You know, yeah, honestly, like, if I'm recommending this to a young child, then it's probably going to be Nightmare Before Christmas. But if I'm just recommending to a generic person, I think it has to be My Neighbor Totoro. I think that's gonna win every
Plus,
time.
I feel like we have enough anime fans here that even if they haven't seen Nightmare Before Christmas, that we just have to,
100%. Next one, Catfish versus The Woman in the Window. This is easy for me. Catfish was actually an interesting documentary. Whether or not, okay, so there is the debate as to if it really was real or staged or not. Either way, I thought The Woman in the Window was pretty garbage. There was not a lot redeeming about that movie to me. So I think Catfish to me is a clear winner in this round. Does anyone have an argument why The Woman in the Window should beat Catfish?
Well, see, that's the thing, is that Catfish isn't great, but The Woman in the Window is such garbage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It has to be Catfish.
Sorry, Turbo, I spelled that wrong. I meant hurt of what, not hurt. I can't type.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't love Catfish, but The Woman in the Window was so bad. Amy Adams is great, but ugh.
Albert, it's delicious. Have you heard the accusations that it's not a real documentary? That it is like that a lot of it was staged or faked or whatever? I don't really know what to believe about that. If so, I think the dudes were pretty good actors. Either way, it had me tricked. I think Catfish is a clear winner there. Next one, Lighthouse versus Inside Llewyn Davis. These are both ones that you gave a no to as far as should you watch. So which one do you think sucked less?
I mean, Llewyn Davis I didn't like because I just couldn't find the protagonist relatable. And I know some people did. The Lighthouse, dude, this is actually weird. We were talking about Batman at work, and I mentioned, about being weirded out that Pattinson's going to play the new Batman. And this dude who I work with, who I don't even remember who it was, but he's someone I never would have expected. He was like, "Hey, have any of you guys seen Lighthouse?" And I was like, "Whoa, what?"
It's good.
I was like, I did a review of that on a podcast.
Turbo, like the place where the term first came from was that document. Holy shit. Snow, thank you for the gifted subs, my dude. Holy shit.
Thanks for giving the whole world a sub. Jeez, I need to call my mom and tell her to get in the chat so she can get a subscription. Jeez. Thanks, bro.
I have a feeling that someone is just creating a bunch of accounts because there is just like a lot of names that are popping in chat that are not very you're here. I mean, Petbox, I got you. You're in.
It's okay. I bought like 500 lottery tickets one year. But so, okay, even though I didn't like The Lighthouse, because, once again, it was just recommending a film to like a normal person.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing, because I think The Lighthouse is a better movie.
Yeah, I do
It's
too.
written better, it's acted better, it's filmed better, it's lit extremely well.
I think
they do
if
a really good job with
the viewer is a musician, I think they would like Inside Llewyn Davis more. But that's a narrow kind of niche audience. Like, if they're not a musician, I think it has to be The Lighthouse for me.
If you're not someone that's like a complete movie freak that's able to like really get The Lighthouse, which first of all, like I doubt anyone in the chat's seen either of these movies.
Yeah, and does anyone have input here? Yeah, has anyone seen either?
I'll take it as a yes if you've seen either of them.
Right? Yeah. Honestly, though, like even if they're not a film buff and can appreciate like where The Lighthouse, the strange turns it takes, like what it tries to do, I still think they'll laugh at Willem Dafoe's character farting. And there's still just funny moments in that I think the normal film goer would get something out of. So Albert, it's on your watch list. Little Gandalf and Big Dog both watched Lighthouse. I think Lighthouse wins.
Yeah, I think it does. Yeah. Just be prepared, Albert. It's very, very, very strange.
It is different.
Seagull bashing.
Okay. This might be an easy one too. Blade Runner versus Underwater.
Blade Runner.
Yeah. I no matter how much I like Underwater, no matter how much like it was cool to see an actual like representation of Cthulhu in a movie, it has to be Blade Runner. It's a classic for a reason, right? No one is going to be talking about Underwater in 30 years, whereas we're still sitting here talking about Blade Runner. Like, yeah,
it's really funny because, I said that in Underwater, Kristen Stewart was playing that character Kristen Stewart always plays.
Yeah,
but to some degree, Harrison Ford was kind of playing that character Harrison Ford always plays.
That's true.
In Blade Runner, with subtle nuance. Yeah,
Lamaxi, I did too. Honestly, I thought Underwater was great too, but as far as just recommending a movie to a general person, I have to concede that Blade Runner is the film that more people should watch. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean Underwater was a cool movie. I didn't love all of it, but there were some cool moments. And I had some other weird kind of things to say about the movie. If you're interested, if you want to hear my ridiculous opinion about everything, then watch the Underwater episode. And then if you want to hear Ty nerd out about Cthulhu,
true.
But I mean that in a good way. So we've got Monster and Captain Fantastic, huh?
This one's pretty easy for me.
Oh, okay, this is not the Monster with Charlize Theron in it, by the way. This is was it 2021? Monster, I think, was an interesting concept. Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes is not one we've watched this year. So yeah, Penalock, what we're doing is we're going over the past, we do a weekly movie review podcast. Over the past 52 weeks, we have reviewed 52 movies. We are running a tournament of those 52 movies. So yeah, I enjoyed Sherlock Holmes, but that is not one that we did over the past year. But
as far as Robert goes, I agree.
We did have one Robert Downey Jr. movie so far. Tropic Thunder is already into round 2. So yeah, I mean he's on here, but not Sherlock Holmes. Between
Robert Downey as we all prefer him. It was Robert Downey.
Between Monster and Captain Fantastic, it has to be Captain Fantastic for me.
Yeah, Monster was a good concept that was just done terribly. Some of there's like too much courtroom cheese, like And Captain Fantastic, even though I found a lot of the characters somewhat silly, there were a couple of moments where the dialogue was like, what? Definitely better than Monster.
Yeah. And I mean, unless anyone in chat really loved Monster and can give a good... I don't think most people watched Monster. Honestly, it was like, it had a small release to Sundance Film Festival, and then a year later, a small release to Netflix. I think it was really overlooked by a lot of people. Like, yeah.
If you get a chance, don't. I hope someone will make a film that's a similar concept, that's just a better movie. I hope. Because I like the idea, the subject matter. So we got the other side on this one.
Yeah, the Outsider versus You Don't Know Jack is the first one.
I like the Outsider, but I liked the biopic thing they kind of did with You Don't Know Jack. I mean, I think a biopic actually focuses on the real person, but
Well, no, but
The
biopic
Outsider
is acted like this, like a dramatization. Yeah, this was definitely a biopic. Yeah.
And I thought it was cool to get that sort of impression of someone that we were around for. Remember, like, the sort of way that the media made him sound in the 90s.
Yeah.
Dr. Death. But that movie added a lot more nuance. Plus, like, bro, it's Al Pacino. And the thing is that I love Jared Leto, and I thought he did pretty well in The Outsider. But The Outsider's kind of like Drive. And that Drive is a good movie where Ryan Gosling didn't really act much.
Yeah. Exactly.
And The Outsider, and it's almost like, but Ryan Gosling's quote non-acting was better than Jared Leto's non-acting in The Outsider. So for me, it's got to be You Don't Know Jack.
I think Little
Gandalf is saying You Don't Know Jack also.
Yep. It was just, I mean, if you look at even just how the movies went, or excuse me, how our episodes went. Like You Don't Know Jack gave us a lot of interesting shit to talk about. There was real world stuff. Like You Don't Know Jack is just a more enlightening film in my opinion. Yeah, definitely. I think better, 100% of the way.
Yeah, I mean, the most interesting thing about The Outsider was that they had a car from a different time period in the film. That's it. So the next one is just Knives Out. I don't even know that we need to discuss this.
100%. I think, the one thing that I would echo is just like you were saying before. I actually forget which movie you were mentioning it, but you were talking about Monster. How it was you wish someone would redo kind of the same concept in a better way. That's how I feel about Awake. I think the concept is interesting, but the movie was absolute trash. I would not recommend that movie to anyone. Knives Out is
Awake,
clear winner.
Awake was a clusterfuck of awfulness. And so, yes, Little Gandalf says Awake was terrible. I feel like the only thing anyone will have to say is how bad Awake was. But if you haven't seen Knives Out, that is one of my favorite Daniel Craig performances ever. Actually, everyone was amazing in the film.
I'm pumped for the sequel, which may be during the next year. If that comes out in the next 52 weeks, that would definitely be one that we're going to watch over the next year. Yeah.
I didn't know there's going to be a sequel, but that's fucking awesome. Ooh.
Yeah, so Albert, I completely agree. If you haven't seen Knives Out, that is definitely a great one. Yeah.
So we have a sci-fi action drama and a sort of dramatized documentary.
Yeah. So man, this one's tough for me because I do think, like I even said this in the episode, that like I think the world would be a better place if everyone watched The Social Dilemma and really took what it's talking about to heart. Because we are a society that is getting way too caught up with social media, and it is actually fucking things up in the world. Like the way that it divides people, what it does to the superficiality of relationships and everything. Like, but Blade Runner 2049 was really good. Oh, Snow, you didn't like it? Damn.
Dude, just big dog. I want you to know that the fact that Awake put you to sleep, the irony is not lost on me. It's not lost. I get it. But yeah, I agree with you. I think that The Social Dilemma, if you spend some time watching it, you can figure out a lot about, every day, like what you're doing, and learn to be more deliberate. Whereas the only thing that Blade Runner 2049 can teach you is that you need to go watch the original Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Which I love Ryan Gosling. I loved him in that movie. I love that tiny role that Dave Bautista did at the beginning.
Yeah.
But
I even liked the Harrison Ford showing up and playing the same role that Harrison Ford always plays.
But Little Gandalf is making the point though. But for entertainment, Blade Runner 2049.
But the question isn't what is more entertaining. The question is what should you watch. And I do think I do have to say that more people should watch The Social Dilemma. I think that's my vote. Yeah.
So the one time Harrison Ford played a different role, which was the old Harrison Ford.
Let's see. Ziva Dab. We review a movie every week. We are going back over the last 52 movies we reviewed over the past week. So right now we are just talking about the ones that we watched last year, but we do tend to try to review new movies. So yeah, if you want to follow, check out, you can also, where all of our episodes are on YouTube. But yeah, we do try to review new movies.
Hey Barry, that's true about work, buddy.
Oh shit, Barry, you're here. You're gonna be in the drawing too, buddy. Yeah, I'm voting Social Dilemma. What's your vote?
I mean, Blade Runner was more entertaining, but between the two, I would always tell somebody to watch the original Blade Runner, but Blade Runner 2049 is not what I freak out about. When you say Blade Runner 2049, I don't say you haven't.
Yeah.
It's Social Dilemma. It's got to be, because it's one of those things like where if somebody told me I haven't seen either of these and I can only watch one, it would have to be the Social Dilemma. I mean, I love Blade Runner 2049 mostly just because I love the original, and without the original, Blade Runner 2049 is nothing. Social Dilemma stands on its own.
That's a good way of thinking about it. Like, what if someone only had, like, I mean, okay, it's kind of dark, but they're on their deathbed. They have time to watch one last movie. Well, I guess at that point, Social Dilemma is not really going to help them. But never mind. Let's not think of it that way. Creative, you're in there. All right, the next one, I'm thinking of ending things versus Project Power. All right. Now, I gave Project Power a yes, but I regret that yes. That was the worst yes.
Project Power a yes?
I did. Yeah.
I quit.
I quit. I'm thinking of ending things I love it. First of all, I love Kaufman. I think he's great. I think it has to be I'm thinking of ending things. I don't know. I mean, is anyone going to argue on the side of Project Power here? Like it had some cool parts and all. Like it was no Dark Crimes. It was no Awake. But on the other side of the scale, it was no I'm thinking of ending things.
Machine Gun Kelly did burst into flames.
That scene was cool. I'll give you that. But
it's like I'm thinking of ending things just so fucking weird. I almost felt like they were trying to confuse the audience as much as possible, and I just don't. It seemed like it was like too symbolic almost, and I don't know. I just thought it was irritating. Whereas at least Project Power has got famous actor Jamie Foxx in it, right?
It does, yeah. I mean, so are you voting Project Power here?
I really kind of hated both of these movies.
How do you? Oh, see, okay, it takes a certain IQ
I
to
really
get
hated Project Power. It's like Rick and Morty, you see. Okay, I really hated Project Power, but I kind of hated I'm thinking of ending things.
So you're thinking of ending things.
Okay, I'm thinking of ending things. Did anybody actually see? I'm thinking. In
all fairness, it has to go up against Cruella next round. So, it
really doesn't matter what we pick at this point.
It probably doesn't. Yeah. Okay. This one's a no-brainer for me. Arrival versus Imperium.
I don't think it is. How is this a no-brainer?
Because Imperium was fine, but
who doesn't want to see Secret Agent Daniel Radcliffe?
I would much rather see Alien Interpreter Amy Adams. Yo, what's up, Savage? Let me add you to the drawing. Does anyone here have a strong opinion between Arrival and Imperium? I would love to hear someone's thoughts. For me, it is 100% Imperium, or excuse me, 100% Arrival.
I thought they were cool for different reasons. I think Arrival's interesting because of the weird idea of language and time and all that stuff and the perception of things, but a lot of the concept just feels like being stoned in a dorm room at 3 a.m. Not the way that the movie's written, but the way that you would talk about the movie. But Imperium also explores a lot of ideas about fringe groups and people that actually radicalize individuals, and a lot of the conspiracy theories and some of the things that are a certain way that are perceived by a different group of people, and the idea of how skinheads become skinheads and how they're taken advantage of, just vulnerable kids.
Imperium is just American History X light.
It's Arrival.
Yeah, I mean,
you're right. That's wow. Good explanation. Very few people can immediately change my mind. Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. American History X is a much better movie. Thank you, Captain Sisko from Deep Space Nine. And if you don't understand that reference, you're too young to date me. Wish I Was Here and then Rambo Last Blood. Whose idea was it to do Rambo Last Blood?
That was your idea.
It wasn't my idea, was it?
That was definitely your idea. Yeah.
It was. You got that idea from that other guy.
No, it was your.
It was my idea. He's right. It was my idea.
Yeah. Thank you guys for the whispers. No, I'm keeping an eye on what's going on. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I appreciate you guys looking out though. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh.
Between Wish I Was Here and Rambo Last Blood, this is another no-brainer for me.
This is a no-brainer, and I'm ashamed at the fact that I wish I was here. Just there's more there. Rambo, you're just waiting for John Rambo to kill everybody at the end, and it's gritty, but there's so many plot holes, so much ridiculousness. Just okay. Yep. If you're going to watch Rambo Last Blood, just watch Expendables instead.
True. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. It's got to be Wish I Was Here. And if you haven't seen Wish I Was Here, it's cool.
Yeah, it's a good one though. And Wish I Was Here is one that reminds me a lot of Elizabethtown. These are two movies that we did kind of around the same time, and I think for similar reasons. And this is another easy one for me. I think Elizabethtown is just much better than Hillbilly Elegy.
Right. Yeah, I mean, for me personally, Elizabethtown is one of the few coming of age films that I don't find irritating. Mm-hmm. I don't like the way that Kirsten Dunst is cast as kind of the manic pixie girl. I have a lot of problems with the manic pixie girl archetype, but Hillbilly Elegy is just such garbage that you don't even know who the protagonist is, and it's. And if you haven't seen Hillbilly Elegy, this is another don't bother, please. Don't. It's got to be Elizabethtown. If you haven't seen Elizabethtown, please watch it and tell me it's terrible.
It's not terrible though. It's a clear winner. It's definitely a clear winner. Okay, this one is tough for me. The Devil All the Time versus Get Out. I really enjoyed both of those.
Yeah. But me being someone that doesn't like horror films, Get Out is scary on a very strange level. And every time I see the guy that plays the brother in any role, it just gives me chills. He can't be anybody other than that character to me anymore. Yeah. Which might be a good sign, like for his work in the role. But The Devil All the Time is so cool. And Tom Holland, bro, come on, steals the show. And then the dude, the Skarsgård that plays it.
Yeah,
what's his name?
And Pattinson was great in it too. Like there was a lot.
Yeah, Pattinson was excellent in that movie. Like Pattinson might be on my list of top 5 favorite like villains ever.
All right, this is one. All right, I want to see the audience here. How do I?
Yeah, we're gonna need you guys to help us with this
flash
one.
Poll? Yeah, there we go.
Dude, Lil Gandalf, if you haven't seen Devil All the Time, I really recommend it. It's really dark, really gritty, but you should check it out. We got one person here saying Get Out ? Like as in maybe?
Which one? The Devil All the Time or Get Out? Let's start the poll. Guys, vote in the poll. I would love to see the answers here. How many people are gonna get the devil out all the time? That is a cheat of an answer. And both of them have like actual real meaning behind them too. You know, like they're actual movies that you can walk away and get like more from than just entertainment. I like both of these a lot. Get Out is destroying the devil all the time. 100%.
I mean, Get Out's just that movie has a lot more exposure too.
True.
But it was great. It's like the acting was good in some spots, and then like in other spots it was cheesy, but yeah, okay, cool. Get Out.
Yeah,
we got you. Thank you for breaking the tie. But if you haven't seen The Devil All the Time, please give it a quick watch.
If you have a Netflix,
a long watch.
Should still be on Netflix. If you have a Netflix account, it's definitely worth watching. But yeah, Get Out is definitely we'll go with the audience there. Clear winner. Okay, so between The Conjuring 3, which is the most recent one, The Devil Made Me Do It, and Without Remorse.
So we got a somewhat silly action film and a cheap sequel.
Yep.
Because I did go back and watch the first one. I didn't watch the second one. Or did I? I don't know. They all kind of ran together. The first one is actually good. I liked it. It freaked me out, which I don't like, but it did what a horror film was supposed to be. The Conjuring 3 to me just seemed cheap. It wasn't scary. The scary character in there isn't that scary to me.
Yeah.
But Without Remorse, like, I just really like action films a lot, and I think Michael B. Jordan is just...
Michael B. Jordan killed it in Without Remorse, 100%.
It's just Michael B. Jordan. As far as action goes, I liked it. I don't want to spoil it, but there's certain parts about the ending that I thought were cool.
Yeah.
And I just don't think The Conjuring 3 did its job, which was to scare the shit out of me.
Well, that's where I was going to go too. Without spoiling it, each one is obviously going to have a sequel at some point. I am way more excited to see the sequel from Without Remorse than the next Conjuring movie or the next one in the Conjuring universe. Yeah.
Yeah, The Conjuring 3 just kind of it kind of burned me out on the concept. Like it's kind of over. There's nowhere else they can go with it. And Without Remorse at least delivers on what it's supposed to do, which is to just be an action film. And there was a little bit of mystery to it, which I thought was kind of cool.
Did anyone else like really like The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It? Is there anyone that's like a hard fighter for that movie, or is Without Remorse just going to knock it out in the first round?
Hey, what is No Escape? Have I seen that movie?
We didn't watch it. You haven't watched it yet? And we both gave it a no as far as should you watch for our verdicts. It was, honestly, like I loved the first Conjuring. I thought the first Conjuring was really cool. I thought the second one was cool. I liked some of the other movies in the Conjuring universe, but yeah, Conjuring 3 to me was pretty disappointing. Yeah, I think Without Remorse is going to take it here. I think that's an easy one.
No Escape apparently is Owen Wilson in like an action thriller.
Yeah, it's not bad, man. It was really not bad.
I'm gonna put that on my list.
Ooh, Platoon versus Edge of Tomorrow. I think Edge of Tomorrow is a way cooler movie, but there's a reason why Platoon is like a classic that we're talking about 40 years later, right?
I feel like Platoon is kind of like the 1911 versus Glock.
I could say, okay.
Platoon versus Edge of Tomorrow. It's like the new, like, sleeker version, but like the old favorite kind of thing. Yeah, like I actually really, really liked Edge of Tomorrow. Like,
me too.
Lemaxi. I'm sorry, I'm ruining my life here.
I think it's close. Lemaxi, yeah. I have to vote Edge of Tomorrow. This is another one. This is another one I'm gonna pull. Let's see if anyone has any strong opinions here.
Okay, yeah, because I'm kind of leaning more toward your side too, because Platoon is not. I feel like Apocalypse Now is better, which is funny because we completely glossed over the fact that Apocalypse Now is a movie the entire episode.
Yep.
I think as far as Vietnam films go, Apocalypse Now is, but also Tropic Thunder, that already won its first elimination. They parodied Platoon
quite a bit. Yeah.
And like very, very, very hard. But I think I just like the concept of Edge of Tomorrow, and wasn't Emily Blunt in that too?
Yeah, she's the female. And like, not only is it a cool concept, but it is also executed really well too. And that is one thing that we've seen so many movies this year where it's like, oh, that's a really cool concept. And it sucks they fucked it up. But...
yeah, and I tend to hate the time loop or time travel type movies. But I thought Edge of Tomorrow was cool, and like it kind of like just flew under the radar for me. And when you recommended it, I didn't know what to expect. But I'm gonna say I was pleasantly surprised.
And according to the audience, Edge of Tomorrow is a clear winner too. So yeah, yeah.
But if you haven't seen Platoon, maybe just watch it to say that you did, in case you're talking to a movie snob one day, and you can talk about how Edge of Tomorrow is better.
Well, that gets rid of that's done with round one. All right, so let's move back up to the top here for round two. This is now the first time some movies had a bye that they actually have to start fighting. So, for instance, Adaptation versus Starship Troopers. Now, I love Kaufman. As we talked about, I really loved Kaufman. Oh, man. Yeah, Penn, I've definitely seen 12 Angry Men. That's a good one. That is a good one.
Was that the one about the jury?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's
That's
just
a
about
good
these 12 pissed off dudes in an alley. No.
they're just mad.
I have to vote adaptation on this one.
But
I love Starship Troopers, but
I feel like voting adaptation because it's a Kaufman movie is like voting Platoon because it's old.
I think it's not just because it's Kaufman. I like it because of his writing style, what he did with it. Yeah, plus not to mention, yeah, like the big dog just pointed out, Nick Cage. So yeah, Savage, to sell you on this, adaptation is it is supposed to be a novel about an orchid thief that was adapted to a movie, and while trying to write the screenplay to adapt it, the writer Kaufman went through like a crazy cycle in his head of how to actually adapt this unadaptable book into a movie. So he wrote a self-referential movie of himself trying to adapt the screenplay of the. It's great. It is just, first of all, we even harped on it like during our episode of this, that like for what we do here, the self-referential podcast, the meta idea, like adaptation was almost the perfect movie for us to do that. Like it's
I guess Starship Troopers is just near and dear to my heart, and I think that maybe I'm just because I don't know if you remember, but like that's like when we became like friends in like 5th grade.
true.
Like that was one of the first things that we kind of like we both liked that movie, even though we probably were too young to have watched it then.
True.
We had terrible parents. Yeah, I think I'm allowing the sentiment to overtake me. Adaptation is just generally a better movie. This one really is a no-brainer. I don't know why I made it. Oh, for the record, that is not a dead cat behind me. Just so you know, he's
moving.
sleeping.
He's moving every once in a while. Yeah, I saw him move.
Hey, buddy. See that? You can't see him moving, can you? Whatever. He's not dead. He's not dead. He's asleep.
I don't know if you know who Lil Gandalf is, but Lil Gandalf is actually my dad. So the fact that you just said we had horrible parents, that's why he was like, hey.
Oh, I forgot. Oh, sorry. Wait, my parents were terrible too. You never should have. Neither of you should have ever let either of us watch that movie.
No, whatever.
I'm just kidding.
I'm not a big fan of censorship.
Censorship is lame.
Yeah.
I mean, certain things, yeah, agreed. Certain things, yes, but not that movie. It wasn't really a harmful film, I don't think, for kids.
Adaptation's definitely winning a clue. Yeah, adaptation won from the audience.
Oh yeah, they might even think it was ridiculous, so we even had to ask them. Yep, adaptation.
Ooh, okay. Now this one's kind of tough for me. Into the Wild versus Interstellar.
Do you really want me to poke the cat? He might scratch me.
Just like a light poke. You don't have to like.
Into the Wild versus Interstellar.
This one's hard for me. I really like both of these movies.
I just gotta say Interstellar for this one, mainly because of my disdain of coming of age. Well, is this technically a coming of age film though?
There you go, Barry. You got it. Sort of. I mean, it's definitely about growth. It's about personal growth. It's about kind of, getting past some of the shitty, stupid adolescent ideas you have at a certain time. So, I mean, at some point it is, but I mean, spoilers, dude definitely doesn't come of age, right?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Hey,
let's do another poll. I'd love to see people's opinions. Yeah,
I'm gonna say Interstellar personally, but
I think I would too. Yeah.
Interstellar brought a tear to my eye in a way that's not nearly as like awful as Into the Wild did. So okay, do we see? He moved. You see him? There he goes. He's moving around right now. Yep.
You actually pointed the wrong direction. Is there another cat over on the other shoulder?
Oh, that's the dead one.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. There's no dead
coming of dying from poison berries. Yeah.
Yeah, there's that. Like I was wondering, would it break TOS if I poke him and he scratches the shit out of my hand?
If he draws blood, it actually might. Yeah. All right, get your votes in, guys. Poll is going on Interstellar versus Into the Wild. It's close. It's close right now.
The suspense.
Interstellar's pulling ahead even further. Yeah,
I feel like there's at least a couple cats right now. They're just reading the IMDb page because they haven't seen one of them.
Interstellar is,
which is fine.
Into the Wild cannot even catch up to Interstellar at this point. 100%. Yeah.
Not that Into the Wild was a bad movie.
Yeah. Those are both great movies that I just like this one more. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. Okay. This one's easy. Only versus Tropic Thunder. Only was fine in my opinion.
Wait, Only was the plague movie, right?
Yes. Yeah, like right at the beginning of the pandemic, it was the comet that came and
yeah. Only it just lost because I don't clearly remember it. I have to say something and then end it with comma, right?
Yep. Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, and only was interesting because we were in the middle of our kind of modern day plague,
True.
which paled in comparison to some of the older ones, but still not so good.
If only I'd seen it. Got it. That was pretty good. That's solid.
Please don't. It's so bad.
The next one, I think,
once again,
is
cool
pretty...
concept done badly.
Yeah.
Tropic Thunder was a bad concept done great.
Yeah, but it's like Tropic Thunder knows it's a bad concept, and it makes fun of itself the entire time. Tropic Thunder is just hilarious.
Oh yeah.
This is another one that's easy for me. Those Who Wish Me Dead versus My Neighbor Totoro. Those Who Wish Me Dead was cool and all. I mean, I think I actually gave it a no because I wasn't super impressed with it. But as far as like My Neighbor Totoro is just a great film. I don't think these are even in the same class, really.
Looks like little Gandalf's got IMDb pulled up. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, Those Who Wish Me Dead was pretty cool, and I think I gave that one a yes. I can't remember. I thought it was pretty cool. I liked a lot of the action. I liked the story. I thought the kid in Those Who Wish Me Dead was awesome.
I agree with that. He did give a great performance.
It just doesn't. It's got to be My Neighbor Totoro for this one. I don't know that anybody else would debate it. We've got one Totoro already from Albred.
Yep. No one's gonna. Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna mention Those Who Wish Me Dead. Exactly.
Yeah, no one's gonna care about it. And My Neighbor Totoro is how old, and it's extremely relevant here.
Exactly. Yep. 100%. Yep. This is another one I think is easy for me. Aftermath versus Catfish.
Aftermath is a really great way to find out that Arnold Schwarzenegger actually can't act.
True. Yeah.
I like that he got out of his comfort zone, but I didn't make the argument at one point that I thought he might have been directed that way, but I don't know if that's what was going on.
All right, can you act horribly in this? They threw away a lot of scenes. You're like, I'm sorry, you were too good in that scene. Can we take that again and just have you not act well?
Imagine there's like an anti-Oscar award that you can get for being bad, and you want to win that badness award.
There is. Isn't it called like the Razzies or whatever? They give like those Raspberry Awards for like worst movies and stuff like that. Isn't that like there's a joke award thing? Like, yeah.
Maybe Aftermath won one of those. Yeah, even though Catfish wasn't amazing, Aftermath was so terrible that it's just.
Yeah, I think Catfish.
I was the one that wanted to do that one. I just thought it was,
Ooh.
I don't know.
This one's actually kind of interesting. Lighthouse versus Velvet Buzzsaw.
Both strange.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull this one as well. See if anyone has any opinion on this.
Both may cause discomfort.
So I would say Velvet Buzzsaw has some interesting things to say, especially regarding the art world, but I don't know how relevant that is to many people.
And the thing is and also like cinematography wise, they're both shot really well in different ways.
True.
Like Velvet Buzzsaw has like these really interesting backgrounds and great lighting and colorful surroundings and interestingly lit locations, well picked locations, well scouted locations. And the Lighthouse has this eerie, like dark, like the film style is like it's like noir film style with like some grain. Like I don't really know how else to say it. That one cool shot at the beginning.
Ooh, that's kind of close. Velvet Buzzsaw
But
is
I feel
ahead.
I feel like The Lighthouse was just this way to let Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson just go nuts.
Yeah, and I
Like,
think they
just-
both were great in it too.
Yeah, just act your asses off, boys. It's almost like a fun thing for them to do, kind of.
That was very close, but yeah. All right, Velvet Buzzsaw won that one. I think I'm gonna have to go with the audience. Yeah, honestly, like I liked The Lighthouse more, but I respect everyone's opinion, and thank you for putting in the time to answer. So yeah, Velvet Buzzsaw
like
knocks it out.
This is maybe a silly thing to say, but I feel like Velvet Buzzsaw is almost like a regular workout, and The Lighthouse is one of those like silly pump workouts where you just do a whole bunch of reps to get your veins all veiny. And like that's just, I know it's silly. Like Midnight Sky and Blade Runner.
While I like the Midnight Sky, I mean, just like Albert said about Those Who Wish Me Dead, it's like no one is going to be talking about the Midnight Sky in 30 years. There's a reason why we are sitting here talking about Blade Runner, right?
Do you ever forget that you're on camera and rub the shit out of your eyes and just hope nobody notices? Big Dog saying Midnight Sky
over Blade Runner, really? Now, I liked Midnight Sky too, but over Blade Runner, that surprises me. There's a reason why Blade Runner is a classic. Oh, Chelsea, what's up? Let me enter you into the drawing.
Hey, Chelsea.
Chelsea, do you have any input? Have you seen the Midnight Sky and or Blade Runner?
If you haven't seen either, watch Blade Runner. Of course, little Gandalf has taste. Well, of course, yes. Dude.
No, Voodoo. I wonder you as well.
Dude, Big Dog, be honest with me, please. Did you just say Midnight Sky to be trolly?
I'm gonna pull this one as well.
Was that a joke? I mean, I'm not trying to be a jerk here about it. Like, your opinion is your opinion, and that's okay.
Maybe they just.
I mean, Midnight
really
Sky
don't
wasn't terrible. It was a decent movie.
Yeah, I was surprised how low the. I was really surprised how low the scores were for Midnight Sky. People did not like that at all.
Yeah, that's the old Blade Runner, not the 2049. That's correct. So Blade Runner. No, the Midnight Sky hit you hard. Yeah,
it was
that
touching. Story
is, especially the little kind of twist. No spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
That was. Yeah, I do agree. Emotionally, that was yeah, me too. But you have seen them both?
I'm surprised. I didn't know how many people saw Midnight Sky.
I think
that was overlooked by a lot
caps, of people. All caps seen them both in all caps, but still Blade Runner.
Man, Chelsea, you're yelling at us. Jeez.
Yeah. Wow. It's okay. I like Blade Runner. I all caps like Blade Runner a lot too.
I did like how touching Midnight Sky was. I mean, honestly, like.
Did you call Midnight Sky cute?
Blade Runner, 100%. Oh man, this one's tough for me. I loved both of these movies, Midsummer versus Captain Fantastic. Now, of course, I loved them for some very different reasons, but oh man.
Yeah, it was touching.
This is tough. Okay, yeah, touching I think is more accurate than cute. Yeah, I'll give you that. Okay, I want to hear someone's opinions on Midsummer versus Captain Fantastic. Well, I bet most people haven't seen Captain Fantastic. That was a movie that was really kind of overlooked by a lot of people as well.
How long has Voodoo been here?
Dude, Voodoo is, I mean, you mean today?
Yeah, today.
He just showed up today, yeah.
Oh, hey. And got gifted a sub from Barry.
Yeah, thank you for gifting the sub, Barry. Thank you so much. Holy shit. Well,
Midsummer
is
just so freaking weird.
But it's the good type of weird. I'm pulling this one as well. I want to see the audience's opinion.
Says the guy that falls asleep to.
True, I do love some horror, but Midsummer's not even real horror. It's just like. I gotta see what people's opinions are. Vote for this.
It's darkness, but it's like. But yeah, for the record, Ty legitimately falls asleep listening to H.P. Lovecraft.
I do like horror. I like horror shit. I like horror stories a lot. Volt, to clear it up, so we are doing a single elimination tournament of the last 52 movies that we have reviewed this year. And if you contribute in chat, hang out and talk to us about which movie you think is better, you are entered automatically into the drawing for a $50 Amazon gift card. Sarah, I missed you. You are in the drawing as well. Sarah. I still can't believe I had your name wrong for like literal weeks. I thought you were Sarah and John. I thought it was like a couple that shared a Twitch account.
Thought you had like a joint, yeah. Yep. You love Midsummer. And I mean this in a completely matter-of-fact fashion.
Captain
Based
Fantastic
on what I understand,
won.
I feel like you would like that movie. Yeah. Captain Fantastic won?
I'm surprised enough people saw Captain Fantastic to vote for that.
Probably enough people saw Midsummer to vote against it.
Or did enough people think that is like a Marvel movie? That's like the Captain Marvel spinoff, right? Like it's Captain Fantastic.
Yeah, dude. Okay. Yeah, so Midsummer's a good movie that just weirded me out in every way possible.
All right, so guys, we are at. Oh, I'm sorry. No, we're not yet. Hold on. One more road, then we're at the top 16. Let's zoom in over here. I was gonna say we're gonna try to take see if anyone can bet on who's the actual winner of this, if from the top 16. But we got to go down one more row here till we get there. Midsummer helps you end your 6-year relationship. That's funny. That's
nice.
Funny.
Yeah, so, I agree, Chelsea. Better concept in my opinion. A more relatable concept.
Albert, Albert did exactly what you said. He basically just voted against Midsummer. He never saw either of them.
Election. Yeah. It's like an election.
It really is.
America, Akira.
Ooh, Voodoo. That is one of the main reasons I liked it too. That's yeah. Honestly, like yeah. Okay, Akira versus You Don't Know Jack.
That's it. I'm done.
This one's tough. You're voting Akira?
Yeah, I have to.
I think I do too. Yeah.
Because I have Akira sitting on disc over to my left, and I don't own I love You Don't Know Jack, but to me, that is like the original like crazy sci-fi anime film. Like I'm gonna go with that.
Ooh, I loved Life of Pi. Honestly, I thought that was really really good. Chelsea's You Don't Know Jack person. All right, we've got another split. All right, I'm just going to end up polling all of these. I want to, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yes, I figured Albert was going to say Akira because we had the anime conversation.
So if we really go back to our roots of like, which one should someone watch? I do think you're going to get more cerebrally and like more about the world from You Don't Know Jack. You know what I mean? Like that is... there's a reason why our You Don't Know Jack episode was like 2.5 hours long, and we went really deep into some topics that really affect the real world and stuff like that. But as far as if I were just to sit down and put one on, I would probably more want to watch Akira.
One goes with we have two themes here. One goes really well with our meta theme, and the other one goes really well with our movie theme. They're both good films, but I mean, You Don't Know Jack is going to give you more to talk about from like the meta kind of perspective. But Akira, I think it's just a better movie.
I do too. Man, the audience is picking You Don't Know Jack
motorcycles and Akira.
You Don't Know Jack You Don't Know Jack dominated that with 78%.
78%?
Yeah. Okay. I gotta respect it. I mean, yeah.
Dude, that's a very good reference. Akira is the Nas of anime. It's not the Tupac.
Here's another one where I honestly think if we go with that theme, it's The Social Dilemma, but Knives Out is such a better movie. Knives Out is so good. Knives Out versus Social Dilemma. I'm pulling this one as well. Guys, I love your opinion. Yeah.
I'm gonna say Knives Out for me, but we'll let y'all make the decision.
Well, I'm voting in the polls too. You should be able to do that as well, right?
Oh wait. Oh shit, we can.
Yeah. Alred, you're not a full weeb yet. You haven't even seen.
Oh, you have? Well, that's the one you need to watch then. I think when you saying you need
Yeah.
a new thing earlier, you have to watch it. The first season is awesome. And the reason why I asked is because my mask, that my little plague mask, is actually it's from the show. So I thought you might appreciate it. But if you haven't seen it, then you will appreciate it once you watch the show.
Yeah, honestly, Albert, I'm in the same boat. Like, The Social Dilemma is, I think it is an important watch. I mean, like I talked about, a little earlier during the episode, you are gonna get some shit from The Social Dilemma to learn about the real world that we live in today. But Knives Out is just too fucking good. It was so good. It's a clear winner. Knives Out.
Yeah, like Knives Out is a mystery film, but not in the annoying way, and that's what I like about it so much.
All right.
There is an annoying way to be a mystery film.
Here's one I don't think we need to poll on. It's Cruella versus I'm Thinking of Ending Things. Cruella was great. I'm Thinking of Ending Things was cool and all, but for the vast majority of people out there, I think it's Cruella, right?
Yep. Also, if you haven't seen Cruella, it's not worth the $30, but it's worth $15 if you split it with a friend.
Yeah, Penn, honestly, exactly. I think that you can definitely learn a lot from Social Dilemma. I think it is important to watch. It's, Cruella, both Chelsea and Little Gandalf are saying Cruella. Lem is saying Cruella as well. Yeah, Cruella was so good.
Dude, the way you said Cruella, the meter you just used was exactly like the song.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard it.
Cruella.
Yeah, Cruella was too good.
Okay, yeah, it's Cruella.
Yep, 100%.
There's another one on Netflix? What?
I think they're still talking about Social Dilemma. Yeah, Cruella was just so good. It was really well done. I was a big fan of that. Okay. This one I think is easy. Borat 2 versus Arrival. I'm interested to see chat's opinion on this, but it has to be Arrival. Arrival was actually a good movie.
Whoa.
Borat 2 was just some memes, right?
What?
You gave Borat 2 a no. You said people shouldn't watch it.
Crap. I was gonna try to do like the devil's advocate thing for fun, but I just failed.
Oh my god. Speaking of our buddy from you remember the guy from Borat 2 that like left a comment on our video? Like, he posted a video last night about how you shouldn't get vaccinated, and it's like, and then the video got banned within the first few minutes, and then he posted another video about how YouTube censored him afterwards. Like, but it's just him in his truck ranting to himself. Like, it's oh man, wow. It's not a good look. It is not a good look. Borat is its own kind of genius, but Arrival, yep.
The thing is he could actually argue he's being targeted by YouTube, but it's not necessarily targeted in a bad way. I mean, generally a bad way for humanity.
I watched his first video that got banned, and within the first minute, he was just saying things that were not true. Like, if you're saying things that are obvious lies, like, sure, like, whatever. You're not just being targeted. You're spreading disinformation at that point. But
yep. You're just ruining things. So far, we've got 100% Arrival.
100% Arrival. That is what I like to see. That is, yep. That's, dude, okay. Arrival was so good. I love that fucking movie.
It's a really good movie. I agree. It's just a really cool exploration. Went some crazy places. What? Ooh.
All right, we'll find. All right, where's our Snyder fans in the audience? This is Justice League Snyder Cut versus Wish I Was Here.
This is for those of you that have spent the 4 hours. And I watched this movie twice. And I watched the original for that episode. I spent so much of my life on this.
I did too.
It's because we waste our time, so you don't have to. That's kind of our slogan. Auburn's going with Snyder Cut. Okay.
Ooh. Albert, I mean honestly, like, I enjoyed the Snyder Cut. I can't say I hated it.
It's just that the Snyder Cut is only good. I think we talked about this. That the Snyder Cut is only good because the other one was so bad.
It's the sunk cost fallacy. Why did I spend 4 hours on that if it's not going to win? That's kind of a good point. But it's the sunk cost fallacy for a reason, right? If I'm gonna recommend it to a general audience, it has to be Wish I Was Here. They're gonna get more out of it. It's more touching. Like, Justice League Snyder Cut is good for someone who is part of that part of that niche audience that really wanted to see it and really liked it.
No, you're not. I did that for you.
No, it is. Ooh, that was almost a tie. That was almost a tie. All right. Wish I Was Here takes it.
Not by much.
No, that was close. That was close. Elizabethtown versus Get Out. Coming of age movie versus Jordan Peele's first foray into horror that also kind of talks about.
Jordan Peele's first foray into horror was 2 different Key and Peele sketches.
True, you did bring that up. That is true. That is true.
One was a mini sketch. The other one was not horror, but just weird. I'm sorry. I felt like I just did it well, actually.
No, you're right though.
Well, you could see it, like, you know, like for Darius Rucker, you could hear in Hootie and the Blowfish he was going to do country one day.
True.
And it's like you can just see that Jordan Peele was gonna do this one day, like, and then when it happens, you're like, aha.
This is I do really like both of these movies. But if I was gonna sit down and watch one of these movies like right now, it would 100% be Get Out. I really like Get Out over Elizabethtown. Ooh, Chelsea's going with a romance.
But Chelsea, is Elizabethtown really a romance though?
It's more romantic than Get Out. Right? I mean,
Get Out has its own sort of. Okay, I was gonna try to make a funny argument for that would make a little bit of sense, but I can't.
Albert,
you didn't know anyone liked Elizabethtown?
I liked it. I thought it was all right.
I just thought it was cool. I like. There's some dark humor in there too. Okay. I mean, Elizabethtown does have some romance aspects to it, I guess. It does
Kirsten have the funniest attempted suicide ever on screen.
Yes, that shit is hilarious. Like, Kirsten Dunst is and Orlando Bloom make a very cute kind of couple, I guess, in the film too, as far as like movie couples go. But yes,
this one's 100% Get Out in my opinion.
Yes, Albert. 3 people liked Elizabethtown, and one's in chat and 2 are standing right here.
Albert, I think you're right. I mean, there's a reason why we still talk about Get Out. No, like, I mean, okay, so yeah, if we're talking about like relevance, like what should someone watch? Like, yeah, people overlooked Elizabethtown. Sure, there are other people that like it, but no one is revisiting that movie years later. Get Out is like, it is a classic already. It's going to be
100%.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, Get Out, it'll be Alfred Hitchcock, Jordan Peele.
Yeah, right.
Wes Craven. You know, those will be like I think Jordan Peele is actually going to. Okay, yeah. Fine, it wins on. Yeah, okay. Elizabethtown's a great movie, and I really love it. It makes me feel warm and fuzzy whenever I watch it.
Same, yeah.
But Get Out's, it's relevant. Yeah, okay. I don't think there's really any need to poll. I mean, we could poll just for fun, just to watch Get Out get 100% of the votes.
I think
Barry would vote. Barry would vote for Elizabethtown just to be funny.
True. Yeah. I think Zava already threw out a vote for Logan Lucky with the next one. I think that's very true. Like, I liked Without Remorse and all, but Logan Lucky was fucking great.
Bro, I loved Adam Driver and Logan Lucky for the same reason I loved Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder, because it's like this terribly. Because here's the thing, I hate using this term, but I'm just gonna say it. Adam Driver is a serious actor. I feel gross saying it. He's a serious actor who is the only person that could have done that non-serious role.
True.
True. Bro, I mean, like I like the fact that they put Channing Tatum in a movie where he's not trying ridiculously hard to be hot, but does he really have to try? I'm just saying.
It still has to be Logan Lucky, right?
I want a Channing all over your Tatum.
So Chelsea's arguing Without Remorse. Do you have a good reason why you like it more than Logan Lucky, or just have you not seen Logan Lucky?
Okay, what it comes down to is who's hotter, Michael B. Jordan or you know what?
Let's
not make it about that.
It can't just be about who's hotter. Yeah.
Why not? Don't call me shallow. I'm shallow. She's like, nah, I just like it more. Which is, you know what? I'm glad you said that. Like,
same.
Screw reasons. I mean, that's what it's about. Yeah, you just like it, and that's good.
But
Can we do a poll on this one?
Sure. Yeah. You know what? Let's see what the consensus is. So yeah, let's.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Michael B. Jordan. Honestly, like, this is silly.
Are we actually back? We back, boys? Okay, sweet. Oh my god.
Okay.
Spectrum apologizes to all of you for this. That was the absolute worst.
I'm gonna need another beer, which is weird because there's no alcohol in it, but I need another one.
Well, we are here. Let's finish this last bracket right here. We'll be at the top 16, and that's a great place to take a break. So Logan Lucky won that one fair and square. And honestly, Snow, you killed it because that's all I had to do was fucking we'll do it live. Reset my router, and that's what happened. Actually, I had to reset my modem. Sorry, that is God. Yeah.
Arzo with the jokes.
Arzo, shit, this is the first I've seen you. You're gonna be in the drawing now.
The joke was on brand.
Yeah, that was actually perfect. Okay, so last one for this bracket: Gone Girl versus Edge of Tomorrow.
Ooh.
Does anyone have any strong feelings here? Those are both really cool movies.
It just depends what you like, man. It is tough, Albred.
That is a tough one.
Savage is saying Gone Girl.
I'm gonna poll this one as well. I want to know people's opinions on this.
It's funny, like you'd think that that one of the movies was called Tough for how many times?
Right?
It's tough.
Probably is gonna be the most used word of the episode.
We're gonna
this
treat
is close.
this like
oh my! It keeps going like to 50-50. This is close.
This is gonna be like a presidential election, man. I'm not even gonna tell you what I'm voting for.
Oh yeah, ours.
Unless we're at work, because apparently that's where everybody tells everybody who they voted for.
Oh my god, this is actually deadlocked at 50-50 right now. Oh, okay.
There we go.
Edge of Tomorrow. All right.
Edge of Tomorrow wins.
Yep. That was whoever voted at the last second. It was 50-50 until the very, very end. Wow. Okay. So
thank you for breaking that tie. We have no contingency for ties.
We don't. Yeah. Well, I mean, the chat was supposed to be the contingency for ties, but if they're tied too, then I don't know what to do. Yeah. Can anyone try to guess the winner from this point? Our top 16 is Adaptation, Interstellar, Tropic Thunder, My Neighbor Totoro, Catfish, Velvet Buzzsaw, Blade Runner, Captain Fantastic, You Don't Know Jack, Knives Out, Cruella, Arrival, Wish I Was Here, Get Out, Logan Lucky, and Edge of Tomorrow. Does anyone have a guess as to what is actually going to end up winning from looking at the top 16?
I got in a weird position there. I just realized, this is weird, but I'll just wait for chat to tell us their opinions first. So we got Cruella. Ours is Tropic Thunder. Arrival. Okay, these are all mixes. No one has said the same two yet.
Yeah. That's cool, though. I like that. I like that it's not just a consensus where people are thinking one is just going to dominate. Yeah.
And the two that I'm thinking might win, no one has said yet.
Really?
Yeah. Oddly enough, the two that I would narrow it down to are My Neighbor Totoro and Blade Runner.
Yeah. I could honestly, the way the conversations have gone, I could see that. Yeah.
I think it might be one of the two.
Dark Crimes? Solid
Big Dog, when you were born, the first meme appeared.
Yeah, Albred, I think Blade Runner might be a good contender too. So yeah, from the left bracket, it does look like Blade Runner.
My favorite line in the movie, which is the worst line.
It does look like Blade Runner has a solid contention there. From the right bracket, Arrival is looking strong. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Interstellar looks strong too. Cruella might do well just because it's so new. All right.
So top left here. This is another tough one. Saying tough way too many times this episode. Adaptation
it's
versus
like
Interstellar.
Well done on every other episode.
Exactly. Yes, I've got these words that I just can't fucking get away from.
Or whatever I say, casting.
True. Yeah, that's yep. True.
Adaptation. You know what? Interstellar.
I think that's my vote as well. Yeah. Let's see if chat disagrees. I'm interested to see what their go ahead and vote. I'm interested to see what their opinion is. But yeah, I loved Interstellar though. That movie for me was just really fucking cool.
Interstellar surprised me very much. I mean, adaptation was cool and I liked it. Mm-hmm. And I did like the twin brother character, like that annoying nice person.
Yeah.
That you kind of like want to hate, but they're so like just sweet to everybody.
And I love that it's lovable. It's just a shard of himself. Like the character doesn't exist in reality. Like, yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
It's like lovable tools. Like I have a couple of friends that are complete tools, but they're like the lovable kind that don't like, they don't like, they're like the uplifting kind that want to be positive.
That's funny. So adaptation literally got one vote. Yeah, and it's just because Snow voted over it just because it beat Silver Linings Playbook out. That's funny.
Vote against it. Yeah. America. Voting against something instead of for it is a very American thing. Actually, that's a very human thing. I think that happens in every election everywhere.
Well, the places that get to have elections, right? I think.
Well, dude, Snow, when you said Tropic Thunder, you may not have known it was going against My Neighbor Totoro.
Yeah, this is tough. God, I fucking all right. I need a new word. This is rock hard. Tropic Thunder versus My Neighbor Totoro.
Fun drinking game. Take a shot every time Ty says tough.
I don't think we want to kill the audience. Yeah, this is rough.
Oh yeah, actually we don't want. Yeah, we want you to live. We cannot actually officially condone that. Just a joke.
Yeah, please don't kill yourself with alcohol poisoning.
Yeah.
What is your vote here?
Dude,
I recommend to just the random person. So okay, here's the thing. No matter how much I love Tropic Thunder, I do think that it's pretty divisive in the fact that like it's a type of comedy a lot of people don't like. And I talked about during the episode, like within the first 90 seconds of that movie, you will know if you're going to love it or hate it. Like there are just jokes at the very beginning where like immediately you'll know if it's your type of movie or not.
Yeah, this one is involving considerable difficulty or hardship. It requires great determination or effort.
Did you Google the definition of tough or like?
No,
I'm gonna go.
That's not what I did.
I'm gonna go to thesaurus.com and find some synonyms for tough.
Yeah, I just see My Neighbor Totoro. The thing is both of these movies to me are feel good movies. Because Tropic Thunder is just this. It's everything so wrong, but it's so funny. The G5 jet I mean, come on.
Yes.
But My Neighbor Totoro is just. I can't. I don't know if I can do this. What's the poll look like? Dude, Tropic Thunder is winning right now.
Tropic Thunder is definitely winning. Yeah.
Apparently, not enough weebs are though.
I do think that there are a lot of people out there that just don't like Tropic Thunder. They don't get that type of humor. It's almost like literally like Monty Python style humor, where it's so silly that some people just can't put up with it. But
Albred, you voted for Tropic Thunder?
I mean, he had to.
Okay, I don't want to wear out your tip tapping hands on this one, but I'm curious to know why.
I think that's.
I don't think it was a bad choice. It's just based on our conversation in chat today. I'm surprised.
I think it's fair though. I mean, Tropic Thunder is fucking hilarious. It's really, really funny. Yeah. Chat, good job. Thank you guys. That's one of the good. All right, and also, so Tropic Thunder is one of those movies that you just could not make in 2021. 100%.
100%.
Like, yeah, that movie, it's 13 years old now, and like Robert Downey Jr. gave us the last blackface performance that will ever be acceptable, which we did. We talked even during the episode that it's not real quote unquote blackface, but it is like you're not gonna be able to do that again. Like that movie was the end of that.
The intent of the role, I don't think, was to demean or marginalize.
Yeah.
But it's still not something that would be acceptable, but mainly because it's a film that you just can't take seriously. And for me, there's very, very few things that I terribly seriously. It's just like if you just go into it thinking this is going to be ridiculous, then.
Which, I mean, like we talked about just a second ago, it obviously sets how ridiculous it's going to be within the first literally minute of the movie. Yeah. You know that you're not going to get any seriousness out of that film. But
here, let me take a sip of this booty sweat.
Jesus Christ. Yes, no, 100%. Yeah. All right, guys. Catfish versus Velvet Buzzsaw. Get your votes in now. Go for it.
Finally, Catfish against a decent movie.
Yeah. This is
Catfish. This shit was like. Catfish just got set up with like all the other films through the fight.
I think it had too many easy pairings. Yeah.
What you typoed Catfish in the poll.
Oh, did I?
It doesn't matter. Everybody, no one's gonna vote for it anyway. Catfish. It doesn't matter if it's spelled wrong.
Yeah,
seriously, Catfish has just gotten too far because it's been with too many weak movies.
Yeah, there's no reason it should be in the top 16. It is 100% just the pairings that it's had the entire time. Yeah.
I feel like when I said no one's gonna vote for it, it just made people vote for it.
Yeah, Albert, Catfish was great. Unfortunately, we're not talking about Catfish. Yeah, this has to be Velvet Buzzsaw, 100%.
Arzo, you don't know. Okay, you don't have to see Catfish necessarily, but Arzo, you must see Velvet Buzzsaw, especially if you like Jake Gyllenhaal.
Ooh. All right, now from what we've said over and over again, I think this one is going to be Blade Runner because of the fact that it's able to be relevant in so long. But I am interested in what the audience thinks. I wanna know where this one lands.
Captain Fantastic was a really cool movie. There are a couple like little kind of complaints I had about it, but generally I thought it was a really good film.
I definitely got more out of Captain Fantastic as far as learning something, teaching me something. I definitely got more out of Captain Fantastic, but I think it's 100% reasonable if Blade Runner is the better film. Yeah.
And Blade Runner, I mean, at the time and even now, like you can look at Blade Runner and see that it kind of, hey, stop it.
You can see it kind of
you get him a scratching post, but he scratches everything else. The other day, my cat, he was scratching the carpet 2 inches from the scratching post.
Yeah. Get your votes in, guys. Vote now or forever hold your peace. But no, it's the same thing. Like
line in that movie.
You buy a cat a toy, and they want to play with the plastic wrap it came with rather than the toy, or cats are little fucking assholes, man. You wouldn't rewatch Blade Runner. Interesting. Well,
we are talking about the old one.
Yep.
This Blade Runner.
This is the OG. Yeah.
It did and still kind of does redefine a genre. Like it's I think I called it like sci-fi noir.
The only reason we have Cyberpunk 2077 is because of Blade Runner. 100%.
Yeah. Right. The only reason why we have Altered Carbon is Blade Runner. If you watch that series, I think anyway.
You Don't Know Jack versus Knives Out.
This one isn't that difficult.
It's this one is a little demanding. It's a little strenuous. I mean, this one is like, as far as enjoyment, Knives Out 100%. As far as walking away with learning something or growth as a person, it's You Don't Know Jack 100%. Right? But yeah, I think you guys are right. As far as like for a film, we're really talking about like which movie should someone watch. And at this point, like someone's not going to. Kevorkian's no longer relevant. It's not like it's a hot topic right now where someone needs to make their mind up on assisted suicide. But I do think the rights of someone to die and everything, like the whole conversation we had for that movie, does resonate. I mean, there's a reason why that's still a thing. I think it's Knives Out. What's your vote?
I'm gonna say Knives Out for this one too.
Yeah.
It's one thing to do a biopic because a biopic gives you material already. Knives Out is fresh. I mean, you've got the formula for like a mystery film, but Knives Out does the other stuff really well, I think. Yeah, gotta be Knives Out. Oh, so Cruella or Arrival?
Albert, yeah, I think that's a good point. You Don't Know Jack was an important film. I think that the ideas that it talks about are definitely important. I think they have real world consequences, but yeah, people are going to look at Knives Out as like a cult classic type film, 100%. Yeah.
And I mean, even to discuss the subject matter, Jack Kevorkian did start a very important conversation.
Yeah.
But that conversation transcends the person. in a way that people might not remember him, but they will talk about the thing. And honestly, I hate saying stuff like this about dead people, but I think that that's actually what Jack wanted.
We're doing a poll for this one too, guys. That's I know people are putting your answers in chat, but yeah, go ahead and also vote in the poll. But yeah, this one's clear for me too. I loved Cruella, but fuck, Arrival was so good.
Yeah, Cruella was brilliant, but you don't get a deeper meaning of anything. You don't. Cruella was really, really great. I thought it was a great performance by everybody.
Yeah, totally deserves its spot in the top 16. 100% deserves it. But
also, if we have any, we should do a poll on Emma Stone's British accent for Cruella, though.
Emma Stone's mustache. Oh man, she was the hottest chick with a mustache I've seen in at least a year and a half.
There's a couple people of Crisis in here.
There's something about Arrival. That is a really cool movie. The ideas in it are cool. It's mind bending. It's my type of movie, 100%. And I think it looks like chat's agreeing. Arrival's with 80% right now. If you were trying to defend Cruella, what would your main argument be right now?
I think for Cruella, this might sound like a silly thing to say, but I think that Cruella actually showed Emma Stone's range.
I can see that.
It seems like a silly role to say that about, but she did kind of get this bad girl typecast for a while in Easy A and in Zombieland.
Yeah.
And then she sort of did like the kind of the romantic comedy thing or the romance role, like in La La Land or whatever. But I feel like Cruella actually was a film where it was very different, and it's a weird movie for someone to show their range in. But I thought that's really the biggest thing that you got out of it was just her being able to do something very, very different. Because I never would have thought. I think I might have just accidentally called Emma Stone Amy Adams. Oops.
Same thing.
But I mean, but I'm sure they both are amazing with mustaches. But yeah, but because Emma Stone is not who I would have expected for them to cast. And I didn't know what I was expecting going in.
Versus Get Out.
Dude, you know what?
What?
I think Get Out's gonna win this.
I think it really could. It really could. I'm definitely voting Get Out here. I love Wish I Was Here. That is one of that was really a touching movie for me, like a really big coming of age movie. Like that is one of the movies that helped me grow up a good amount. But that people are oh shit. Yo, Megan, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Let me get you into the drawing here. Holy shit. We have to poll this one too. This has to be a poll.
Yep. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and
I want to hear people's opinion, but I feel like they're okay. So they're like we talked about. Get Out is kind of has that classic kind of I want to call it sensibility. What is the word I'm looking for there? There's a reason why we're still going to be talking about Get Out in years. We are only talking about Wish I Was Here because I chose that to be a movie on this. Yeah.
I mean, Get Out is disturbing on this level that covers a lot of range, I guess, of disturbing. It's this strange way in which you can admire something and at the same time demean it. It's a really strange dissonance that today someone that I really trust told me something that was unbelievable, and I had this moment where I was like, this person would tell me the truth, and I know they're telling me the truth right now, but this thing is so unbelievable. It's just this weird kind of that you okay.
That is
it's
closer than I expected for this one.
Really? Let me see. What are we looking at here?
It's 57 to 43 right now. That is close for this.
There's also all the sort of facade that this family puts on that a lot of the time you walk around wondering how many other people that
Yep.
Maybe even people you're close to that you think you are familiar with are doing the same thing. You know,
Yep.
it's like
Yep.
I'm getting the Ghibli's just thinking about it.
There's a reason, and Get Out is like even more relevant today than it was when it came out. Like there's something about that movie that I think it's gonna stand up to the test of time. Wish I Was Here is great and all, but like Zach Braff, you know, he's the Scrubs guy for a big reason, you know. All right,
my right eyelid was doing some weird stuff right then, talking about Get Out. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking Get Out might win this one. I really.
It's.
I think this is gonna come down to two that will be grueling to.
I'm pulling this one. I might pull every single one from here on out. Honestly,
it's probably a good idea. Logan Lucky Edge. Ooh,
yeah, this is another difficult one.
Yeah, it's this will be laborious.
This will be tedious. Yeah, get your votes in. Oh man.
See, it's just kind of like
one of them's okay. So Logan Lucky's cool. I definitely laughed more at Logan Lucky, but so I mean, there's a reason why my two of my favorite movies on the list were Interstellar and Arrival. Like, I'm a really big nerd when it comes to the like mind-bending time travel type sci-fi movies. Edge of Tomorrow has that and is also really, really fun. You know what I mean? Like, there's something about Edge of Tomorrow that I really, really like. You laughed every time Tom Cruise died. Yeah, it's hard not to, right?
Some of the deaths were actually pretty funny. They did it that way on purpose. But one thing that I really dislike is there's just this, and I do it too. This perception that a comedic actor can't be a serious actor, like or a comedic film can't be serious. Like Lil Dicky, he's not a real rapper. Like, no, I mean he is. Most of his music is jokes, but I think Logan Lucky was a serious film, and I thought it was like really good. Oh, yeah. And I personally picked Logan Lucky for that one, but it's just my opinion.
Hack, I saw you said you misclicked a vote, but even if you voted Edge of Tomorrow and meant to vote Logan Lucky, it still wasn't close enough that would make the difference. I'm not sure which way you misclicked, but Edge of Tomorrow definitely won that one. All right, we are in our top 8. Top 8 is, let me zoom out to try to get all of them.
Actually, maybe that misclick was the only reason why Logan Lucky didn't lose by more.
It may have been, yeah. So top 8 has Interstellar, Tropic Thunder, Velvet Buzzsaw, Blade Runner, Knives Out, Arrival, Get Out, and Edge of Tomorrow. This is a solid top 8. This is it's pretty good.
As time goes on, this one is getting a lot more gnarly.
I like our different forms of tough. It's getting really chewy. Is that the right version of tough? Did I look up my thesaurus right?
This one's getting inconvenient.
All right, 100% for this one. I know where I have to go. So guys, this is, everyone get your vote in. Interstellar versus Tropic Thunder. I have to vote Interstellar. I think it's a better film. I love Tropic Thunder. That movie cracks me up, but as far as I have to go Interstellar on this one.
Yeah, relevance has been a kind of a theme. Dude, oh my god, Tropic Thunder is winning right now.
Interstellar just pulled ahead on mine.
Okay.
On my screen.
Relevance is becoming increasingly more relevant.
Yeah.
In this episode.
True.
So I'm wondering, because I feel like Interstellar might be a more relevant film longer, but I don't know. Tropic Thunder is like, to me, it's like Animal House. It's one of those comedies that sort of sticks with you.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see if people are still watching Tropic Thunder in another couple decades or so. Yeah.
Or like Porky's. And all three of these films, including Tropic Thunder, are completely tasteless. And that seems to be the kind of comedies that never go away.
Audience chose Interstellar. I chose Interstellar. I think even if you're going Tropic Thunder, I think you're outnumbered at this point. Tropic Thunder had a good run. It did really well. I mean, honestly, if Tropic Thunder is going to be knocked out by something, it's no shame, to get knocked out by Interstellar. That was a really fucking good film.
Tropic Thunder. Here's to comedies meaning something later on.
Cheers, Tropic Thunder.
We salute you.
Rest in peace, buddy. Yeah, let's get rips in the chat for Tropic Thunder.
We should drink to all the rest of these. Actually, I think.
Rip Tropic Thunder. And next one, okay. I said I was gonna poll each one, but I think this one might be a bit of a no-brainer for me. It's Velvet Buzzsaw versus Blade Runner. I do think.
It seems like a no-brainer, but
okay, so we shouldn't go to just the relevant factor, but I do think it does say a lot that I really don't think anyone's going to be talking about Velvet Buzzsaw in a couple decades.
No, they won't. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a movie that a lot of people heard about and then never watched, because when they heard about it, no one told them to watch it later.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Well, they didn't watch our Should You Watch. I think we both gave that a yes, right? I'm pretty sure. But...
Yeah, I think we did.
It was a good film.
Yeah, it's just Blade Runner's just. Velvet Buzzsaw was written pretty well. It was shot well. The acting was great, but Blade Runner was just shot better.
Blade Runner, cool, like you said earlier, it actually started something.
Yeah.
Velvet Buzzsaw just slots into a genre that already existed.
It redefined what sci-fi could be. Sci-fi didn't have to be Battlestar Galactica or Star Trek anymore.
That is 100% Blade Runner. That is a dominant victory. Yeah, good job, Blade Runner.
Well, Velvet Buzzsaw, for a movie no one's going to be talking about in a few years, you did a great job.
You had a good run. Yep. Rip Velvet Buzzsaw. You're so disappointed in the loss of Tropic Thunder that you're grabbing the DVD to watch it right now. Arzo, you should be watching Akira instead, man. If you haven't seen it.
Agreed.
Oh, Big Dog, I got you. Real quick, I got to. I don't know if I'm claiming enough for this. Big Dog redeemed a hand fart. Here we go. There we go. I hope did that get crisp for you? Did you even hear that?
Oh, I heard it.
Okay, all right.
I heard the hell out of that.
All right, so they're all gonna be difficult at this point because we're in the top 8. I'm sorry, Akira. Akira. Is how we say it here in America.
Oh, it's like you say an R sound, but you don't put your tongue in the same place that you would for the English one.
Yeah, it sounds more like a D when it's pronounced by the Japanese speakers in the movie. It's more like Akira, but it's Akira.
Akira. Yep, that's what it is.
All right, guys, get your votes in. Knives Out versus Arrival.
Oh, this one's problematic.
We have way too many ways of saying tough at this point. This I 100% know where I go.
Oh my god, Arrival's getting okay. Never mind.
Arrival was dominating for a second there, but it's so good. It is, I mean, Knives Out is great too.
Arrival's a great movie, but Knives Out is. I feel like Knives Out redefines a genre. It's actually, it doesn't. Knives Out is Clue, but better.
This one is fibrous. Yeah, exactly. It's like fibrous. That is. And as far as we talk about, just recommending it to a general audience, more people are going to get more out of Arrival than Knives Out. Arrival is kind of mind expanding. It kind of makes you question things and think about things in a different way. Knives Out is cool. Knives Out is great. It's a great movie. It deserved its spot in the top 8, but exactly like Lil Gandalf said, Knives Out just didn't warp time. When it comes down to it, movies that warp time are just strictly better. Knives Out, here's to you. Rip. Ooh. All right. Another poll time. I mean, of course, we're polling everything from this point.
Well, I don't know that one's that difficult.
I'm interested to see what people say.
Oh, okay.
Get Out versus Edge of Tomorrow. Let's poll is up. Get your votes in. For me, I've said that I like the time travel stuff a lot, but I really like horror. I really like where Get Out went. I liked how daring it was.
And it's almost like horror doesn't even seem like exactly the thing to call it, and I like things like that. where you don't really know. Bro, is Edge of Tomorrow about to beat Get Out?
It is now 50-50. This is deadlocked.
Sorry, what the hell do we do if the poll? Somebody please vote.
Everyone, get your votes in. Get your votes in now.
What do we do?
Oh God.
What is the plan?
Well, I mean, what are our votes? So chat or the poll was supposed to like be the determining factor.
Let's phone up. You know what we should do? We should text Craig.
Isn't Craig busy? He had to cancel his stream for something else right now, and it's not coming to my stream. Yeah, we have to choose. So it's what was your vote? Your vote was Get Out.
We did lose some voters. Yeah, I mean, Edge of Tomorrow was cool, and I enjoyed it, and it made me laugh, and it also kept me on the edge of my seat, and it had some quotable moments. But no one's going to be talking about Edge of Tomorrow. Yeah, and Get Out is going to be. It's one of those movies where I didn't see it for years because I thought it was going to freak me out. And without fail, every single person I talked to, and I'd hear people talking about it constantly.
Yep.
And Edge of Tomorrow is just not that film. Edge of Tomorrow flew right under the radar, and I saw an advertisement for it and then never saw it again. Get Out, people never shut up about ever. Yeah. So it's got to be Get Out for this one.
But devil's advocate, for that reason, if you're recommending should someone watch, most people you're going to talk to have already seen Get Out. A lot of people haven't seen Edge of Tomorrow. So if you're trying to recommend it to a general audience, it's almost like, well, shit, you've probably already heard of and seen Get Out.
I mean, over where? Oh, isn't Arzo Canadian?
No. Arzo is from New Zealand. He's a Kiwi.
Oh.
Yeah.
I had no idea. That's cool. Well, yeah, I mean, of course nobody talked about it over there. We have a different set of problems in this country.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, Arzo's from England. I just want to see what he would say. Yeah.
What? Oh my God, seriously?
No, he's Kiwi.
You had me going. More people need to see Tom die.
That's a good point. Get all that. I think Get Out has to take it for that.
I just feel wrong about this somehow.
That was not an easy one. That was a tough bracket right there. But like really, when it comes down to it, like we said over and over again, there is a reason why Get Out is spoke about so much. There's a reason why Get Out will be talked about in years. It's looked at as a classic already for a certain reason. All right, guys, we have our top four. We are getting there.
Edge of Tomorrow needed more brutality. You saw Tom Cruise die so many times in that movie.
Not brutally enough, though.
Hey, look, I don't know what it's like over there in New Zealand. I can't believe I fell for that.
Albert, that's a good one. That was a stalwart bracket right there. All right, guys. Poll is going up soon. This will be Interstellar versus Blade Runner. This is not easy for me. We already know that people are talking about Blade Runner years from now. Or years from when it came out, excuse me. I don't know if people will be talking about Interstellar in years, but I hope they are.
This is a knackering one.
It's another good one.
It's toilsome.
Yeah, Flight. We are now in the top four. This is going for the finals now. So yeah, get your votes in. Interstellar versus Blade Runner.
According to Arzo, that yeah, Edge of Tomorrow needed a good dash of Saw.
Ooh, you know what? I'd love to see those teams work together and come up with a really, really dark version of Edge of Tomorrow.
The next time I hear people talking about movies at work, I'm just gonna be like, it needed a dash of Saw, and just walk off.
It needs more Saw in it.
But yeah, I would be interested to see those two groups getting together and making some monstrosity.
This one's close. Okay, Blade Runner's pulling ahead by even more. Yeah, okay. All right. I can take that loss. I love Interstellar, but Blade Runner is a fucking classic for a reason. That's respectable. Yeah.
Interstellar is great, but I don't know that there's going to be oh God, we all know what it's going to come down to. We all know. Yeah. You all know. Everyone knows.
Well,
firm, really? Yes, this is firm.
Interstellar, if you were going to be beat by anything, I'm glad it was Blade Runner, I guess. You know, that's cheers to you, Interstellar. You had a good run.
Hey, there you go, Matthew. You're hotter than who were we talking about earlier?
Don't leave me, Murph. All right, guys. I was really hoping the finals would be Interstellar versus Arrival. I thought that would have been sick. But all right, next poll. This is another one that's not really clear to me. But I feel like I'm gonna have to accept the L here. Get your votes in. Poll is up now. Arrival versus Get Out. How do you feel about this one? You're going Get Out, right?
This one's a little more exigent than I expected.
Oh my God. Chat is surprising me with the votes. I thought this was going to be Get Out dominating.
Apparently, we're sci-fi people around here.
Nice. Chat, I love you guys.
I'm still trying to figure out if Get Out causes discomfort in a good way.
I think we've talked about this, I mean, especially before we move to the movie-centered stuff. I think almost all discomfort is good. No matter, like, even when it's like, you know, well, I guess, you know what, there is suffering, for the pointless suffering, you know, but Arrival did it, yeah. 64% for Arrival.
In by the optimism of Arrival. Well, Albred, are you from the UK? Was that a British brilliant or an American brilliant?
Either way, I think they both fit. I mean, both were brilliant movies in both ways of saying it.
Oh yeah, they were brilliant. Yeah, they were brilliant in both ways.
There's something about Arrival that is just, it's very unique. That is such a cool take on First Contact that no sci-fi movie has done before. We talked about that during the episode where it's like every other sci-fi movie completely glosses over the language factor whatsoever. It's always like these little green men land and say, "Take me to your leader," or like there's no thought of communication whatsoever. Like, that was a really, really cool and interesting take. But
wait, Chelsea, it's cool. You were just in time for the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is. I do remember us talking about that because, you know, it's like there's a lot of stuff. Like, the reason why zombie movies drive me nuts is that every soccer mom somehow can use a shotgun extremely well.
Yep.
And that's why 28 Days Later was better, because I thought, you know, it's people that are trained to use things like that were doing it in that film.
All right, guys, I'm going to put this poll up we're going to do this one for like a solid 4 minutes while we discuss this. So the finals, the movie of the year, the should you watch, it's Blade Runner versus Arrival. Whew. Actually, yeah, we're going to do 3 minutes because apparently you can't do 4. All right.
Yes, man. So Jenks.
One is a classic, right? Blade Runner is a classic. I think Arrival will be a classic when it, like, as it establishes itself. Like we were just talking about, it did something very new in the sci-fi genre that I don't think any movie has done before.
But Arrival also, it did something new, but it's not gonna create anything after that. Like, the reason why Muddy Waters is such a respected musician is because he influenced so much stuff afterward, like rock and things like that, you know?
True.
Like, there's a whole lot of music that came from and, you know, but Blade Runner created something else in the sci-fi genre, whereas Arrival addressed a thing nobody ever talked about.
Yeah.
And I think Arrival is a really strong film because of that. Yep. But Blade Runner, I think, created another direction for sci-fi to go and continues to go. But to be fair, Arrival did break a mold, whereas Blade Runner created one. So I don't know which one's better.
Well, and I mean, like we said, when it comes down to it, it's not which one's better. It's which one should someone watch right now. And now I would say, like, there's so many people out there have seen Blade Runner. That's not really a movie that a lot of people have watched. If you're going to have a conversation with the average moviegoer and you're like, dude, have you ever heard of this movie Blade Runner? Like, yeah, of course I've fucking heard of Blade Runner. There is way more people out there that when you say, yo, have you ever heard of Arrival? A lot of them might be like, oh, actually, I'm not sure. Have I seen that? Like, I would recommend Arrival to more people than Blade Runner, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, it is true that I think more people have heard of Blade Runner, but for me personally, like, I never freak out when someone says they haven't seen Arrival. But maybe that's because more people have seen Blade Runner.
Yeah, give it a few decades. Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe I'll get to the point where
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know. See, I haven't even clicked the vote button yet on here, so I don't really know where I'm going yet.
We're currently sitting at 60% Arrival, 40% Blade Runner. Guys, you got like 30 seconds to get your votes in. If you haven't voted yet, vote for the finals. Arrival versus Blade Runner. That is
Blade Runner for me is a lot about sentiment because I watched it, I think on, do you remember the TV network TNT?
Of course, yeah.
I think I watched it on there or something, or maybe it was actually the old Sci-Fi channel with my mom. And my mom's actually the reason why I watch sci-fi. Like, I watched Babylon 5 because of her. I watched Star Trek The Next Generation and Voyager and the original Battlestar Galactica.
Yep.
And she watched some shit that I was into, like Farscape and was it Firefly? I think she watched that.
That was very close. But yeah, Arrival.
Barely won.
Yep. 55% to 45%. Well, either way, it was a great finals. Arrival versus Blade Runner in the finals I think that's great for the top two. I love that Arrival took home the trophy. Guys, now I know what everyone's been waiting for. Let's go ahead and let's draw. Oh God.
And Blade Runner, you have been near and dear. You will continue to be near and dear.
True. Blade Runner.
But Arrival, here's to you.
Okay.
May Arrival and Blade Runner continue as partners in the. Damn, you haven't seen that.
Unfortunately, like quite a few of these are the same people creating multiple accounts and coming in multiple times, but we'll see what happens. So, the winner of the Amazon gift card is, you will have to DM me your email address so I can send it to you, and you will have to be in chat right now. So, the winner is Lemixi. Lemixi, are you here? If you are still here, you are the winner of the Amazon gift card. Nice. Yeah, you're here. Send me a DM with your email address. Yeah, dude, congrats. Congrats on that. Send me a DM with your email address that is your Amazon account, and I will send you the gift card tonight. Yeah. Everyone, yeah, congrats in the chat for Lemixi. That is awesome. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. Yeah. I think that's going to bring us to the end of another episode of the Metacast Movie Show. If you've watched this on YouTube, please hit the like button, subscribe to keep up to date, and comment below and tell us your favorite part of the tournament tonight.
If you think people will be talking about us still in 10 years, or if you want to further keep up to date or even join us as a guest on a future episode, please join our Discord. The link is in the description below. We will be live next week on Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on twitch.tv/TylaTV.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you for your input, and I hope everyone has a great night.